Ahoy friends, Steve from the Black Spot Guild here, making a couple videos for you guys. I just made one a little bit ago that was demonstrating shooting this Japanese reproduction flintlock tower pistol. It's a 69 caliber, so that was showing you guys how to fire that one. It went well. Next I'm going to show you guys firing this little miniature cannon made by Connecticut Valley Arms. It's roughly a 45 caliber, very real cannon, just miniature. So anyway, how this goes about it, back in the day, how they do this was they would have a preformed charge of the right amount of powder wrapped up in like a fabric basically that they'd shove down the barrel. Once they shove it down the barrel, they would take a spike and spike it through the hole back here so they could then insert a fuse. And then throw the ball in there and off it goes, fire away. With this one I'm going to be using loose powder, so when I use loose powder the process is a little bit different. So the powder I'm going to be using, and I didn't show this in the other video, is GoX powder. It's real black powder. I'm using the 3F size or style. So the F's talk about the size of the grain basically. 3F is kind of a medium sized but on the smaller end grain. You got 1F, 2F, 3F, 4F. I think that's it. I'm no expert on it, but 3F is good for small arms. The flintlock 3F's good for, and the small cannon, that's perfect. With the real big cannon, 2F would be good. Again, it's the grain size, and that refers to how fast it burns. The fewer the F's, the slower it burns. So more F's, smaller grains, burns faster, more pop. So we'll be using the 3F for this, GoX black powder, good stuff. I'll be using 70 grains for this one. So I've got a little charge made up, 70 grains. For the flintlock we did before, this much bigger chamber, we did 80 grains. But it's very subjective. I'm doing 70 grains because that works out well. I could just as easily do 30 grains, or probably could get away with 80 grains or so. It's very subjective. I'm doing 70 now, did 80 in the flintlock with a bigger caliber. So that's what we're doing. So how this works is, take my paper here, rip off the end. Let's see what we're going to do. I'll put the fuse in first because for this cannon, that'll help keep the loose powder from going anywhere. So got the fuse in there. Dump the powder down the chamber, down the barrel. Okay, putting the paper in just like I would the flintlock pistol, and that's gonna hold the powder in place. Okay, so powder's crammed, packed around the fuse. Crammed it in with the paper. If I was putting a ball in there right before I put the paper in, I would have put the ball in. So powder, drop the ball in, cram the paper in. We're not shooting any balls. We're just doing blanks here. So let's fire it. I'll do it back here. You'll see me put on a glove. Normally when I fire this, I'll just do it on the ground. I won't worry about a glove, but yeah, because it won't fly anywhere. But on this smooth table, if I don't hold it, it's going to go flying. We don't want that. So, all right, we're all set. See if I can light it with this lantern here. Okay, so as soon as I light it, it'll just be a couple seconds. So let's see if this works. Here we go. On camera, holding it. Fire in the hole. So that's it. Connecticut Valley Arms, 45 caliber, very real, just miniature cannon. I'm Steve from the Black Spot Guild. Thanks for joining me.